problems has been solved.
Really? What happened?
Well, there is this rabbi in my building. You've met him. He's a very nice man.
Isn't he the one with the show on cable?
Yeah. That's the one.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I spoke to him about the dog. He went down, talked to the owner, and he agreed to keep the dog inside from now on.
That's great.
I know.
That's looking pretty good.
He's in.
Hey, so you know, we haven't even discussed George's engagement, yeah?
Just to discuss.
Come on, George is getting married.
Is he happy?
Great job. Really nice. Very nice. Let me go back here. How do you say this word, Bertha? I know you're not Jewish, but how do you say that word?
Rabbi.
There you go. So do the yellow, please.
Excuse me?
Do the yellow section there.
Oh, okay. I heard do the yellow. I didn't hear the white. Yeah. Okay. There is this rabbi.
Good. It's very, you did a nice job. Let's say it quicker. There's this rabbi.
There is this rabbi.
This is really difficult to say. By the way, your man short A was really good. It's the same short A here. There's this rabbi.
Oh, I thought it was only the R.
Mm-mm.
Then it's a short A.
Like rabbit. And after,
Rabbi.
yeah, rabbi, after, man, rabbi. Yep.
Actually, Clive was the one who told me that was ra.
Okay, so once again, in New York, you will say rabbi. You do hear it in New York. And to be honest, in New York City, there are many Jews. Probably most of the Jews live in New York City. So that may be the proper pronunciation. But the standard pronunciation will be a short A. So Clive's not wrong, but most Americans are going to say rabbi.
Rabbi.
There's this rabbi.
There is this rabbi.
Good.
Do you use that in the U.S.? Honestly, I haven't heard it. It's the first time I heard it in this lesson.
Absolutely. I mean, if you meet a Muslim person, it's going to be a mullah. If you meet a Catholic person, it's going to be father or priest. If you meet a Christian, a regular Christian, it's going to be reverend or minister. So rabbi is very specific. You don't say priest. You don't say minister to a Jewish guy. You say rabbi. So rabbi is the word. If you know a Jewish person or if you go to some Jewish celebration, there'll be a rabbi.
All right. Thank you.
You bet. Fabiano, what's the pronunciation of this word?
The.
That's right. So be careful. It's not the, it's the. The. Make it a little bit shorter. The. Good. Let's compare. The. It sounds better. So let's do this. Sun. But. The. Perfect. It's the exact same sound. So before you said the, and I don't want that. I want you to keep that sound. So let's do this. Isn't he the one, same thing with the show? Isn't he the one with the show?
Isn't he the one with, no?
You're doing that, and basically you're doing that, and I don't want that, I want the.
Isn't it the one?
Good.
Isn't he the one with the show on cable?
Very good. Isn't he the one with the show on cable?
Isn't it the one with the show on cable?
Very good. Bertha, you said he.
I know. Then didn't you hear me later on say she?
No.
Oh, I said, oh, she.
Let me go back to Fabiano. Try this again, Fabiano.
That looks pretty good.
Very good, very good, very good. Sydney,
That looks pretty good.
very good. Sydney left a message, the one vowel. Yeah, it's the short U. It's the short U vowel. The, same as in one. The one. Yeah, okay. So, great question. So, is it the one or the one? What's the answer? The one or the one?
In my opinion, this case, the one.
Why?
Because it's not the vowel in the beginning.
That's right. Yeah.
It sounds like a consonant.
It sounds like the W. That's right. So it is a vowel. The O is a vowel, but the pronunciation is a W. So what about this one? Fabiano, how do you read this?
The only. The only.
The only. That's right. In this case,
okay.
The only.
The only.
What about this one?
The university.
Very good.
The university.
That's right, because it's a Y. The university. I'll give you one more. Fabiano, what's this one?
The house. The house. The hour. The hour.
The hour.
The hour.
That's right.
The hour.
Ow sound. That's right, exactly. Yeah.
The hour.
Good question. Let me go back. Fabiano, this one, let's do this. First of all, here, George's.
George's?
Good. We haven't even discussed George's engagement yet.
We haven't even discussed George's engagement yet.
Great job. One more.
We haven't even discussed George's engagement yet.
Much better, much better. And how do you say this word?
Come on.
Muy perfecto. Great job.
Yo puedo hablar un poquito del español.
¿Cómo se dice coffee?
In another class.
Okay.
It's easy, café.
Thank you, Beth. Nothing's easy to me. I'm like 50, Betha. When you're 50, nothing's easy.
Se dice café.
Café. Okay, that's not too bad.
So you say ¿cómo se dice se dice café?
¿Cómo se dice Nestle café?
¿Cómo se dice se dice café.
Ese se dice café.
No, forget it. Okay, let's continue in English.
All right, Paulo says, am I late? Yes, Paulo, you're late, but that's okay. Don't worry, you're okay. Let me continue. The next scene, I want Ingrid to be George, and yeah, let's mix it up. I need a man, so I'm going to skip down to Vassie. Vassie, I want you to be George. Ingrid, I want you to be Susan, please. Go for it.
I will never understand the bathrooms in this country. Why is it that the doors on the stalls do not come all the way down to the floor?
Well, maybe it's so you can see if there's someone in there.
Isn't that why we have locks on the doors?
Well, as a backup system. In case a lock is broken, you can see if it's taken.
A backup system? We're designing bathroom doors with our legs exposed in anticipation of the locks not working? That's not a system. That's a complete breakdown of the system.
Can we change the subject, please?
Why? What's wrong with the subject? This is a bad subject?
No, fine. If you want to keep talking about it, we'll talk about it.
It's not that I want to keep talking about it. I just think that the subject should resolve itself based on its own momentum.
Well, I didn't think that it had any momentum.
I'm gonna do this. I'm engaged to this woman. She doesn't even like me. Change the subject. Toilets were the subject. We don't even share the same interests.
Oh boy, Bassy, you know, every week I'm hard on you. You're terrible at acting, but this week was perfect, really good. You are
Yeah.
George.
Except that Snortle, right?
I'm gonna get you. That's right. Okay, first of all, let me go to Ingrid. Ingrid, I'm watching your THs. You did really good this time, except this one. So let's go here. Let's start from here again. One more time.
So you can see if there's someone in there.
So if theirs was perfect, in there, give me a little bit more TH so you can see if there's someone in there.
So you can see if so you can see if there's someone in there.
I liked it. Really good. Very good. All right, Bassy.
Which one? Breakdown? Uh, what am I supposed to do? Tell me. You want me to Snortle? No, no, no. I'm not the pig. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Give me a stop sound. Breakdown. I need to hear more of a stop there. That's a complete breakdown of the system.
After key?
After the K.
Okay. That's a complete breakdown
Yeah, perfect.
of the
Perfect.
system.
Yep, exactly. Try this one again, Bassy.
I'm gonna do this.
How am I?
How am I gonna do this?
Again.
How am I gonna do this?
And now reality. How am I going to do this?
I'm gonna do this.
Mm-mm.
Well, I'm trying to make it very short. I can make it perfect. How am I gonna do this?
No,
But,
so you earlier your pronunciation was great. What I need is that W. So before the acting, you said it fast and quick with the W,
yeah.
and I just want you to keep that W. So let's do how am I? How am I? How am I?
Okay. How am I gonna do this? How
Good.
am I gonna do this?
Vassy is
I just
wonderful.
meant it make it like ha. How am I gonna do this without W?
Yes, yes. So in that situation, how am I? Yeah, no problem. How am I? How am I? Okay, so let's do both. I want to hear both. What did he say? Do you remember what he said?
Me? No.
No, George. What did George say?
You mean if you showed how or just ha?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah, both are
No
possible.
idea.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Yeah,
So,
that's what I was trying to say. Yeah, the first time, the first run.
yeah,
How am
both
I gonna
are
do
possible.
this? How am I gonna do this? How
So
am I gonna do this?
so what Bassey just said is perfect. There are two ways, obviously, and this is for everybody. Perfect pronunciation should be how am I? How am I? Whem I? Whem I? It's not really a wham. It's more of a whem. Whem. How am I going to do this? How am I? How am I going to do this? But it also is possible to really shorten it to how am I? How am I? How am I going to do this? But the intonation is important. How am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? And it's going to be really fast. Everything's going to be fast if you do the how am I? How am I going to do this?
So I was bad in intonation.
Yeah, it was the intonation, yes.
Okay.
Remember, you're a terrible actor.
Yeah, okay. I always remember that. Thank you.
All right, let's
You're
go.
always very kind.
Yeah,
My intonation especially.
it's a virtue of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's go to my next two victims. I'll be nice. Marlene, you are going to be Elaine, and Sydney, you are going to be Jerry. And this is for this page up to you're such. You're such is where I want you to stop. So Sydney, start us off.
Yeah, he seems pretty happy.
Well, that's all that counts, I guess.
What's the matter?
Well, nothing.
Well,
Well,
you don't seem,
yes.
well, you don't seem too enthusiastic about the whole thing.
Well, what do you want me to do?
I thought you had some reaction to it.
Well, I don't.
I think maybe you're a little jealous.
Oh, what? You think I want to marry George?
No, but maybe you wish it was you who was getting married, not him.
Oh, please. That's the last thing that I want.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Lenny,
Gary.
you're going to get married?
Yeah, that's right. I don't want to get married.
Oh, come on.
Oh, you, come on.
You're such...
Great job. I think you two should get married. I think Elaine and Jerry should get married. All right, let's go back here to Marlene first. That's all that counts, I guess.
That's all that counts, I guess.
Okay, that was very good, except you missed the TH, which is possible, but I want you to keep it. That's all that counts, I guess.
That's all that counts, I guess.
Good. Let's go back to counts, I guess.
Counts, I guess.
Perfect. Who's got a phone call?
Yeah, I'm not going to answer the phone.
One more time.
It's more important.
That's all that counts, I guess.
That's all that counts, I guess.
One more.
That's all that counts, I guess.
Good, good, good. Keep practicing. You can answer. I'll go to Sydney. Sydney, give me a W here. Too enthused about.
Too enthused about.
Good. So once again,
Too enthused about.
yeah, when we put it together, we get a W here, and this D goes over here. So too enthused about. Too enthused about.
Too enthused about.
Perfect. You don't seem too enthused about the whole thing.
You don't seem too enthused about the whole thing.
Enthused about.
Enthused about.
Good. Let's change it. You don't seem too excited about.
You don't seem too excited about.
Perfect. Great job. Marlene, are you ready or do you want to wait?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
ready.
Let's do this one here, Marlene. What do you want me to do?
What do you want me to do?
Great. Very good. One more time.
What do you want me to do?
Excellent. Excellent. This one, I want to hear more of this A for sure. I thought you'd have some reaction to it.
I thought you'd have some reaction to it.
Okay, that's possible too, intonation. It's possible to have some reaction to it. I can't remember, but I personally I would say have some reaction to it. I think some
Okay,
should be harder. Try it again.
Okay, I thought you'd have some reaction to it.
I thought you'd have
Some
a
reaction.
little reaction to it.
I thought you'd have a little reaction to it.
I thought you'd have some reaction to it.
I thought you'd have some reaction to it.
Very good, very good. How do you say this word, Sydney?
Jealous.
Yes, it's not los. Don't worry about los. It's lis. Jealous.
Jealous.
Sydney, are you jealous of anything? Anyone?
Yes, I'm very jealous.
Sydney, are you married?
Yeah, I'm married.
So if your wife is talking and laughing with another man, are you jealous?
I kill him.
Yes, exactly. Good man. Good. I'll help you. If you kill him, I wouldn't tell anybody.
Okay.
Let's go.
George.
I would. Marlene would. Let's go here. Wish it was.
Wish it was.
This is Sydney. Sydney, wish it was.
Wish it was.
But maybe you wish it was you.
But maybe you wish it was you.
Maybe you wish it was you.
Maybe you wish it was you.
Good. Grammatically, wish it were, everybody. If you're wondering about the grammar, it should be were. But in daily English, was, were, we don't care. Let's make sure we get the air, more A sound. Married.
Married.
Perfect, perfect. Marlene. Let's do perfect pronunciation.
The class.
What's that?
I'm very excited with the class, the meets today.
It's a great class.
Yeah.
Last thing.
Last thing.
Good. Now let's put it together. Last thing.
Last thing.
Great. Now let's make it fast. That is the last thing that I want.
There is the last thing that I want.
One more.
There is the last thing that I want.
Yeah, it sounds much better. Very good. Very good. And then Sydney, you don't want to get married?
You don't want to get married?
Don't worry about the T. So perfect pronunciation, don't wanna or don't wanna. But the typical pronunciation, that N is going to cancel the T, just like wanna, want to, wanna, and it's going to be don't wanna, no T. You don't wanna? You don't want to get married?
You don't want to get married?
Don't wanna? No, man, no. Don't wanna.
Don't want to.
Perfect. You don't want to get married?
You don't want to get married?
Very good, very good. Great job. Let me go to my next victims, and then we'll take questions. This time, Mikiko is Elaine. Paolo is Kramer. And I'll be Jerry. I think, yeah, that's it. Good. Go for it, Mikiko. And Paolo. Go ahead, Paolo.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
Hey, Elaine, listen. I was talking to a friend about this dog business. Do you realize this is going to be on our permanent records? Are you aware of this?
Oh dear.
It can never be erased. It will follow us wherever we go for the rest of our lives. I'll never be able to get a job. Get a job. I mean, doesn't that concern you? Everything I've worked for down the drain because of one stupid mistake. I mean, aren't we entitled to make one mistake in our lives, Jerry?
We gotta change the system.
Ah, yes.
I could care less. I hope it is on our records. I'm just sorry they didn't lock me up.
Oh, great job. Mikiko, I need to give you a much bigger section. Don't worry, I will. Super job. Let me go back to Paolo first of all. It'll follow us wherever we go.
Yeah. It'll follow us wherever we go.
Wherever.
Wherever.
For the rest of our lives.
For the rest of our lives.
Yeah, great job. So you said our, which is perfect pronunciation. I just wanted our too. Great job.
Thank you, sir.
Entitled.
Entitled.
Aren't we entitled to make one mistake?
Yeah. Aren't we entitled to make one mistake?
One more.
Aren't we entitled to make one mistake?
Sounds great. Everybody's doing such a great job today. Mikiko, I hope it is on our record.
I hope it is on our record.
On our.
Honor.
On our. On our.
Honor.
On our record.
On our record.
I hope it is on our record.
I hope it is on our record.
Very good. Mikiko, do you have anything on your record?
Well, how can I say? It's my secret.
Mikiko, I'm going to give you a longer section than the next thing. Great
you.
job. Questions, anybody, questions on anything here? Great job with this, Seinfeld. Or 327, I'll show you. We're not going to practice it, but I'll just show you 327. This is where we had the lovely Rabbi Kirschbaum. He is a very nice person. So Elaine and the rabbi, Jerry and George talking about George's misery. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Very funny. I hope that you're enjoying the comedy, but also I hope that you're recognizing so much great English. Questions about anything, please.
Mr. Cochain, I have a question, okay?
Go for it, Fabiano.
Okay. Is there some relevant difference about the word entitle and allow?
In this case, absolutely the same. There is a difference, though.
Mm-hmm.
So when we talk about allow specifically, it does have this idea of permission. Permission was granted from or by, parents or teachers or government, okay? So that allow actually kind of is related to some law. Maybe it's the parents' law, but, some law. Entitled can be bigger. Entitled could be like a human right. Food, no violence, something like that. So entitlements are, it could be, not always, but it could be God-given. So once again, in daily English, we use it the same. There's no real difference. But sometimes you're going to see people using specifically entitlement, especially for human rights, and the nuance is God gave us these rights. These are rights that every human in every society should have. Those are entitlements. And allowed is going to be much more everyday and related to permission from a parent or a teacher or something like that. Okay, does that make sense?
Okay, that's good.
Good. Yeah, Sydney.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, one second, Bassie. Sydney, when you're leaving a message, only I can see it. So there's an option that says to everyone. You can click on that too. Yeah, life. Life is a human right. In America, people will argue when it comes to abortion. But I agree. I think life is an entitlement. If you have a life, then you're entitled to other things too. Bassie, go ahead.
Yeah, I got a question about stop sounds with K.
Yep.
It's not typical. This is the first time I hear about it. I mean, in what cases, in what particular words is it possible to make a stop sound with K, like breakdown?
Yeah, good. Help me out with some examples. Yeah, victim, that's a good one.
Just, I know about P, like stop, yeah, that's a stop sound with P. TD, obvious, but K, never heard about it before.
So the reason we have stop sounds is there's two reasons. We stop a sound in order to emphasize that word or the next word. So that's one reason.
For example, what? For that reason, but yeah.
Pick John. So in this case, like me, like me is the emphasized word here. and John is the emphasized word here. Okay.
But I heard perfect K, like me, what you did, right?
No, no,
I
no.
didn't hear any stop sound.
No, so the typical American would say like me, like me, like me, and you're not going to hear like me, like me. It's very rare. So it's going to be a like. It's like cut back here in the throat, like me, like me, like me. Pick John, pick John, pick John, pick John.
And with no stop sound, Big John, can you say it?
Big John, yeah, you need a Big John, man, Big John. So it's going to be very rare. I do recommend. So the other time for stop sounds,
Okay.
the other time is two hard consonants, two consonants. Like the the H is not a hard consonant. So that's what when I say hard, not much aspiration. Which means air, but that's a bad example. Anyway, I'll just leave two hard consonants.
Isn't it just shorter to make a stop, like important? It's shorter than saying important or important. Important, it's fountain, mountain. It's just shorter.
Yeah, we call that a glottal stop sound. Yeah, that's right. That's the whole idea. Yeah, and that's what we have. Important, mountain.
Important. Yeah. It's just shorter, right?
In speech, that's right. And here too, like me, pick John, victim, victim, victim. In this case, victim. Yeah, same thing. Two hard consonants. Victim, pick John, like me. So when you have, I didn't think about this very much, Vassie. It's a good question though. So either to emphasize me, like me, that's definitely one. Pick John, I'm not so sure about. Or two hard consonants together, just to make it so that you can hear both sounds. So then we stop. Does that make sense?
Maybe I'm too down today, but no, it doesn't make any sense to me.
Where was your...
maybe I need to think about it. It was a breakdown.
Breakdown, yeah.
First part.
So what I heard you say the first time was breakdown, breakdown, breakdown.
Breakdown.
And it sounded...
I don't know.
No, so when I heard you, I heard like breakdown, 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 which is possible. But to be honest, it sounds like you're drunk or high. And that happens. It's like, my car is going to break down, man. I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah.
No, I'm not high.
Oh.
I'm not drunk.
Oh, well then use the stop sound. That's what I heard.
Breakdown. Breakdown.
There's a song. A good song. Well, it's not necessarily a good song. It's an old song. Hold up. Oh, man. I'm not going to be able to find it.
It's okay. Let's move on to the next idiom.
Yeah. Here's the song. This is it's not breakdown, it's shakedown. But I want you to
Shakedown.
Do you know the song?
No.
Yeah.
Maybe I know it, but it still doesn't remind me of anything.
It's by Bob Seger. You'll hear it, shake down, and you're gonna hear the perfect stopping. So yeah, just listen to that and just and that's really is gonna be a standard pronunciation. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Bertha's asking, what about Elkhorn? Elkhorn's a city name, and in this case, the H is gonna be pretty weak. There's a little bit of an H, but not much. So basically what we hear is kind of an elkhorn. It's almost a corn, but we can kind of sense that H a little bit. So once again, We don't say elk horn. We say elkhorn, elkhorn, elkhorn.
Yeah, I really thought it was Elkhorn.
Yeah, but it isn't. Yes, I know what you mean, though.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
So much.
Any other questions on Seinfeld stuff?
I have a doubt the pronunciation about the word change. It was so frustrating for me last class with Matt because my pronunciation was so bad. Change and changed, changed and changed. I studied, and for me, I can see the difference. I can see the problem with my pronunciation.
Okay, so remember, guys, when you study pronunciation, don't just think one word. You need to think of a sentence at your level. Beginning level, yeah, we can go with one word. So here's an example. Change the and changed the. So once again, perfect pronunciation. Change. There's nothing after the G. Change the. And the second one, changed the. Changed the. Now, the problem is when we say this really fast. Change the clock. Change the clock. I changed the clock. I changed the clock. It's going to sound the same. It's going to sound, really is going to sound the same. Okay? In this situation. So why is that? Well, we know that the D, TH can be linked together. And we also know that the J is a strong sound and the TH is a weak sound. So the faster we say it, those sounds are just going to get canceled. You need to change the clock. I changed the clock. Okay? So in context, only in context are we going to understand the difference. Okay? We're going to hear the difference. And I think I'm not satisfying your question either. Let's find, I'll give another one. Okay, I'll change. Now this is going to be really simple. This is going to be really simple. So once again, change, changed, I change a lot, change a. Too simple. I change a lot. I change a lot. I changed a lot. I changed a lot. Here we are going to keep the D. Even though this is a strong sound, we'll keep it and we'll link it. I changed a lot. I changed a lot. I changed a lot. Da-lot. Da-lot. And you're going to hear that da-lot sound. I change a lot. I changed a lot. I change a lot. I changed a lot. So it's going to be really simple in that situation. And then again here too, change my mind, change my mind. You could get a little bit more of a feeling here, a little bit more of a longer feeling there. But once again, the J and the M are strong sounds, so they really could eliminate the D. So I don't want to change my mind. I already changed my mind. It's going to sound the same, but by context, we know I don't want to change my mind. I already changed my mind. I don't want to change my mind. I already changed my mind. It's going to sound the same. It really, when we say it fast, it really is going to sound basically the same. It's the context that's going to help you out here.
Okay.
So when you have a question like this, I really want to see an example sentence, Paulo, and then I can hear you. If you want to read these, was there other changes here? No, I don't think so. Oh, here we go. Let's try it. So let me hear.
Yeah.
Read this one.
The problem is, this sentence. Why does it have to be changed?
Ah, that was perfect. That was perfect. Say it again.
Why does it have to be changed?
Perfect. Why does it have to be changed?
Uh,
Changed. Changed.
Congratulations for me. That's okay. Go ahead.
No, that was it. You nailed it. You nailed it. Questions? Did I only send Makiko? I only sent Makiko the video. I'm sorry to everybody. That's the breakdown, shakedown song. Sorry, shakedown. In the lyrics, they also do say breakdown. But anyway, shakedown. Shakedown. Any other questions for Seinfeld? I'm closing it. Very good, very good. We're going to go to, what do you want? You want, let's go to France. You think you know English a little? Pretty good? Très bien. That is the subject. I discovered that of my students, most of the men have absolutely horrible French pronunciation, like me. And many of the women, not all, but many of the women actually had pretty good pronunciation. I also discovered that in elementary, middle, or high school, if you studied a language outside of English, and of course your own, it tended to be either German or Spanish. So I'm really curious. I want to ask everybody, if you studied a language outside of English and of course your own, what did you study? So let me ask Vasi, how about you? Any other languages? English, Russian, and?
English, Russian, and that's all.
That's it?
Yeah, I don't speak anymore.
Same here. Well, English and Korean, yeah. Sydney, what about you?
Same, the same.
English and Portuguese.
English.
And Portuguese, right? Obrigado.
Very good. Obrigado. Okay.
Paolo, what about you?
English. Spanish, no.
No Spanish?
No, it's very easy.
Well, yeah, for Portuguese speakers, at least listening to Spanish is not too bad, right?
It's almost the same, almost the same. Sometimes you commit a mistake, but it's rare.
Yeah. Can you watch Spanish TV?
Yeah, I can. I can watch Spanish movies, and
Wow.
I can understand 80%. Yeah.
Wow, that's impressive. Wow.
It's not difficult.
Oh, go ahead.
I like this. It's very good.
Yeah, it's very convenient. Mikiko, what about you?
Of course, it's Russian.
Russian?
Yes, it sounds cool.
Yeah.
When I saw many American movie or 007 or I don't know. No, I hear a lot of time this language, so it sounds cool.
Yeah.
And I want to talk to Putin.
Putin, yeah. I love it. I love it. Marlene, what about you?
I'd like to learn very well English and Spanish. I don't agree with Paulo. Sometimes I go to Buenos Aires, and as I go there and I'm used to listen, I understand them, not all the time, but they don't understand us. If I don't speak well, they don't understand.
Interesting.
And it's very similar, but it's not the same. There are a lot of difference. I think so.
Interesting. So your understanding of Spanish seems to be better than their understanding of your Portuguese.
Yes, I think I understand them better than they understand me.
Interesting. Very good. Very good. Ingrid, what about you?
About me, at school, English, but only from 5th grade.
Right.
Nowadays they do it from elementary school. Yeah. And then when I got married, I learned Italian perché?
Italiano.
Because my husband is Italian and I had to learn it.
So did you also learn to make spaghetti?
Oh, yes.
That's the only, I know my Italian, spaghetti, ravioli.
Ravioli.
Vino.
Vino.
Does your husband like German food or Italian food?
He likes both.
Very good.
Yeah.
I love Italian food, but let me tell you something really interesting, everybody. If you come to America and if you go to a regular Italian restaurant, not in New York where there are many Italians, but just a regular, Chicago-style Italian restaurant, there's almost zero seafood. It's spaghetti and hamburger. That's what Italian food is. So the first time I went to a real Italian restaurant, there was no spaghetti and meatballs. I was like, where's the meatballs? I don't understand. And I was shocked.
Yeah.
Is that true?
It's the same here. Yeah, they can do it, but it's not how it should be.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Very good. Fabiano, what about you? Go ahead, Sydney. Sydney, go ahead.
And only one question about these details of pronunciation, including I wrote down a comment about this flap sound. Normally people, they say a D sound like little. For us in Portuguese, it's much more close to an R than to D. I wrote something about that. So sometimes when I'm going to read the sound and I read the phonetic sound, I see the D. But for me, it's very different from our pronunciation. It's much more close to R sound. And other thing, we have Portuguese in Brazil and in Portugal. When they say in Portugal, they say L, special. They use the L. And in Brazil, mainly in Rio de Janeiro, people, when they say the L, they try to say, like, for instance, like a U, special.
Oh,
it's different.
There you go.
There are specific details. For instance, if you say to a Spanish person, "¿Qué tal?" It is one, how are you? What's the news? "¿Qué tal?" But if you say "¿Qué tal?" they do not understand because it's much more close to you. So sometimes it ends this end, and like Fabian said, chanted. This end is very complicated for me, basically, because we're not common to say, normally we add a vowel at the end of the syllable.
Right. That's interesting because that's the opposite with Japanese people. They always have a vowel at the end of a syllable. So it's so interesting. Languages are very different, yet they do have similarities. I was talking to a Russian and a Polish student yesterday, and similar to Spanish and Portuguese, some things sound really similar and some things are totally different. Even with Polish and Russian, they're Slavic languages. So there are the similarities, that's for sure. But it's very interesting about the U and the L. I had no idea. And that probably explains some difficulties in pronunciation for some words for students. So that's really good information. Learning these differences as an English teacher helps me teach people more specifically. So that's good stuff.
So I don't know if people they agree with me, the other Brazilian guys, Marlene, Fabiana, and Paulo, but this little is much more closer to R than to D.
Yeah, and I've talked about that a lot too, actually. I totally agree. The thing is, though, then this is what I say. So let's look at the word, and this is for everybody. Let's look at the word little. And the T is what we call a flap T. And I always tell you the flap T is like the D in American pronunciation. Now, I also know that the flap T is like the rear in Korean. It's like the R in Spanish, and it's also like the R in Portuguese. I know that. But this is what I tell you guys. When you're speaking English, forget about your language. Forget about your pronunciation. At your level, you guys are high enough so that you can forget about it. And now you need to make a new paradigm. I agree. Little is like the R in Portuguese and Spanish. I understand that. But in English, we don't have R. So in English, when we say R, you have to remember, oh, wait. The R in English doesn't touch. It really is a different thinking. So what you're saying, Sydney, is absolutely correct, and I'm going to ask you to try and remember, wait a minute, in Portuguese, but in American and English, And if I want the sound in American English, it's going to be the D. That's the idea. Does that make sense, Sydney?
Yes, but it's very interesting this warning. But when you say this sound, I imagine they. So I try to speak they little. So little. You understand what I say?
I do. I know. And let me tell you, I'm not going to say it, but yes, I do know what you mean. Yes.
Okay. There's a word in English that I can use this flap D.
One more time.
Do you have a word that will have this sound, this flap D?
Yeah.
As a paradigm?
So for example, they sound the same. Ladder. So
ladder.
Absolutely the same. And we would go with the D, ladder. If I said to an American, hey American, come here, write down this word, ladder. They're going to write Ladder. The American, when they hear ladder, even if I said this naturally, ladder, if I say, hey, write this word, ladder, they're going to write Ladder. But if I said, write this word, letter, they're going to write Letter. Okay? Because we don't have this word. There is no that word. So it's not confusing. We absolutely know it's Letter. But here it could be confusing, and if you just said the word, Americans are going to write this one because it's a D. That sound that we use is a D in American pronunciation. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Sydney makes such a great point, and these are things I need to hear. Go ahead, Berta.
But also, I want to talk about what you said, Spanish R.
I know you've talked about many times this. There are different R's.
It's not a rolling R that you say ra. The Spanish R, the single R, because there's two sounds for R in Spanish. The single R goes like the flap T, is da, 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 and
Arriba,
the
arriba.
other is the rolling R, or
Yeah.
I don't know how to say it, but you can tell the difference in this one. The first one has the American R, pero, which means but, and the other is perro, it's a dog. So there's two differences. So like the other day when your lessons you said the flat T is like en gracias, but I think en gracias has kind of the rolling R, and the one that is da, da.
All I can say is I don't speak Spanish, but I hear sometimes and I recognize it as that. So when I don't, when I say it sounds like the Spanish R, you can, change that to single R or double R. I have no idea. But I have heard Spanish people say arriba, 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 arriba.
Yeah,
Something
like rolling R. But yeah, that's not the flap.
No, but little, riba, riba. It's the same flapping sensation.
No.
Okay.
I don't.
So once again, I don't speak Spanish and I don't know, but I've had Spanish people tell me, oh, the flap T is an R. That's all I can say. So I don't speak Spanish to know enough. This is where you guys can help me so much by on our we have a website with the blog by explaining that. That would be great.
Yeah, but also I don't want Spanish speakers to say that the flap T is the R in Spanish 100%. It's like the 98%, because as you said, I agree with you that they have to forget about Spanish, because then when we want to make, like, for example, these like these kind of words smarter, and that's the reason we have problem with the R and then with the flap, because I think in our mind we have the Spanish sound and something
Very
like that.
good example. Yeah, that's right. That's why I say leave your languages aside when you're studying English, because this is a great word. Smarter, smarter. That's an R and there's no touching, and here it's a flap T. Smarter, smarter, smarter. Perfect example. Very good example.
Yeah.
All right, let me keep going here. We're losing out here. I wanted to go to Fabiano. Fabiano. English, Portuguese, and what?
Now, Portuguese, a little English, and and here we have a lot of countries that speak Spanish, and because this we have a dialect here when you mix Portuguese and Spanish, okay, called like Portnish.
I love it.
Yeah, okay. For example, when you need to speak in Spanish and you forget some word in Spanish, you put a word in Portuguese and understandable. That's okay. It's so free. No problem.
I love it. I love it. Where do you live in Brazil?
I live in Belo Horizonte.
Belo Horizonte. See, for me, Belo Horizonte.
Okay. Belo Horizonte.
Belo Horizonte. I can't do it.
But it's okay. It's okay. I worked in some countries like Paraguay, Argentina, and there it's so common to use Spanish and Portuguese mixed together. You can use in the same sentence some words in Spanish, some words in Portuguese. All these countries like Argentina, Paraguay, Brazil, Venezuela, Uruguay is understandable. No problem to speak in English and in Portuguese, sorry, and in Spanish. Of course, there are some problems because there are some words totally different.
And that's the same thing like with Mexican Spanish and Spanish in Spain, and I'm sure Portugal Portuguese and Brazilian Portuguese, of course there's going to be differences. North Korean and South Korean, the Korean languages, have differences.
I worked in a company from Portugal with a lot of Portuguese there. work together. And a lot of time we had a lot of problems, Portuguese and Brazilian to speak in a meeting, for example. In a business meeting, a lot of problems because some words is totally different. Sometimes we needed to, for example, to assign a contract, for example, to create some internal control, for example, and we have problems. Portuguese thought about this and Brazilians thought about that.
I love it. That's great. Okay, so thank you guys. And I need to go to Berta too. And I know Berta. Berta studied a little bit, poco, of French and German. Is that right?
German, English, and konnichiwa.
And some Japanese. There you go. Excellent. Okay, now we're done with that. Thank you for great points. Excellent points. This is why the live classes are so great. We get to hear so many different things. What I'm going to do, everybody gets a paragraph. And where did I get to last time? Oh, I need to give Mikiko. I need to give Mikiko a bunch. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this is what I'm going to do. Mikiko, you get all of that. You get the ending. I'm going to start at the top. I'm going to skip Mikiko until the very end. Let me start with Berta. Mikiko, mute your microphone, please. Thank you. Berta, the yellow, and then Fabiano, this, and then Ingrid, this, and then Marlene, this. And I'll call your name. I'll call your name. So, Berta, please start us off.
With the Spanish pronunciation and French. You think you know English tres bien. French phrases hidden in English words.
How do you say this in Spanish?
Tres bien.
I love it. Thank you. Fabiano, go ahead.
A lot of English words come from French words that we borrowed, but some English words contain real French phrases with them. Let's take a petit tour.
Great job. Ingrid?
What is vinegar but sour wine? And that's exactly where the word comes from, too. Vinegar is vinegar or sour wine.
Super job. Marlene?
Curfew goes back to the medieval regulation where the village bell would ring in the evening as a signal for everyone to put out their fires. Hence, curfew, cover fuel, or cover fire.
Great job. Paulo?
A dandelion has notched, pointed petals that look a bit like lion's teeth. In any case, that's where we get the word dandelion from. French, dandelion, tooth.
Excellent. Lovely job. Great job. Very good. Sydney?
We also get our name from the spiciest animal we know from a French phrase. A porcupine is a pork, a pin, or a speaky pig.
Lovely. Vassy?
Denim, that coolest of cool American looks, got its start as a twill fabric from Nimes, a southern French city known for textile manufacturing. Denim is from Nimes, the Nimes.
Very good, you non-French speaking person. I need a volunteer. Who wants to do this one? Volunteer.
Here.
All right, Berta.
Okay, it's pretty obvious that debonair is a French word, but have you ever broken it down? Debonair or of good air? A debonair person has a good disposition, a nice air about them.
And Mikiko's going to finish it off. Mikiko, everything.
A mortgage is a type of pledge. If the loan can't be paid, the lender gets the property. If the loan is paid off, the property is the borrower's. when either one of those things happens, the pledge dies. The mortgage is a death pledge, mortgage. Mayday is a distress signal for when you really need help. It comes from, come help me. And this little tour for French phrases should help you get to know these three English words a little bit better.
It comes from come help me.
It sounds French, right?
Yes, of course. Okay, let me go back to the top here. Great job, everybody. I got Bertha's très bien. In French, they do not pronounce the S. I think, once again, I'm not a French speaker. If I'm wrong, let me know. Let me go to Fabiano. I'm going to get you on your O's. These two sounds are the same. Come from.
Come from.
Come from.
Come from.
A lot of English words come from French words.
A lot of English words come from English words.
Or French words.
Oh, sorry.
How do you say this word?
Contain.
Good. And I want you to change to contain. Contain.
Contain. Contain.
But some English words contain whole French phrases within them.
But some English words contain whole French phrases within them.
Whole French phrases within them.
Whole French phrases within them.
Within them.
Within them.
Great job. Once again, within them.
Within them.
Great job. Them.
Within them. Within them.
Yes, there you go. One more.
It's better to speak in Chinese. Within them. Within them. Within them.
Yes.
Within them.
There you go. Good.
Sounds so bad, no?
No, it's beautiful. Magnifico.
Okay.
Let me go to Ingrid. Ingrid, I got your TH again.
And that's exactly where the word comes from.
Great. One more, please.
And that's exactly where the word comes from.
Yeah, super job. When I catch you on something, many of you know, oh, I know it. And if you go slow, it's perfect. But then when you go fast again, it gets that problem, like with Fabiano, within them. And here too, you know where the problems are, but you need to say it perfectly, quickly, and that's the tough part. Great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Marlene, regulation. Regulation.
Regulation.
Very good. I like this this section here. So repeat after me, please. Where the village bell would ring in the evening as a signal.
Where the village bell would ring in the evening as a signal.
Yes, yes, yes. So we can put all of this in kind of a group like this. Where the village bell would ring in the evening as a signal.
Where the village bell would ring in the evening as a signal.
Great job. And everybody, did you hear the village, the evening? Great job. Very good.
Okay.
Paolo, notched.
You mean notched.
Your pronunciation was perfect. Read that again.
Petals.
Many students did that. Petals, petals. Sounds the same. Sounds exactly the same. Petals, petals. So as an American, if you say pedal, P-E-D-A-L, they'll write P-E-D-A-L. That's a flap T. Do this again, Paolo, please.
Yeah, some kids are playing around and making some noises. No, I can't. I can't do this. In Brazil, you can't touch a kid. Never. You go in jail. Even
Good.
if
You should go to jail.
go to jail. Even if the guy, these little guys, has 17, go inside your house, steal something. You can't do anything. Yeah, they're protected. Yeah.
That's too much.
Sometime I'm gonna tell you a little story. Let's go.
Too much. That's too much.
That's too much. That's where we get the word.
One more.
That's where we get the word.
So what I want is more air. This has that air sound. That's where we get the word.
Yeah, that's where we get the word.
One more.
That's where we get the word.
Very good, very good.
Thank you, sir.
Let me go to Sydney. Sydney, just like the same with Fabiano, that M, be careful, I need the M, from a French phrase.
From a French phrase.
Bring it over. From a French phrase. Spiky.
Spiky.
Do you have spiky hair?
No. Curled hair.
Sydney doesn't have hair.
Okay.
Let me go to Vassy. Vassy, denim.
Yeah, denim.
I remember when I was in high school that in Russia, blue jeans were very popular. This is back in the 1980s. Blue jeans were very popular but extremely expensive. Is that right?
No, that's not right, because you mean Soviet Union, right?
Yeah, USSR, yeah.
Actually, there were no jeans. They were like homemade, you know?
Oh, really?
And yeah, that wasn't capitalism. You mean you can't regulate the prices. You can't set a high price or lower price. That was a price, just a government price. You can't say they were expensive or not expensive.
Right.
Prices were just set by the government. Yeah, right.
Were they popular?
But, I mean, yeah, they were extremely popular, but most of them were just from abroad or homemade, you know?
I like the idea of homemade.
Yeah, right.
That's great. Now, this is a tricky word. How do you say it?
Southern.
Yeah, that's right.
Southern.
Yep.
What did I say?
Southern.
Yeah, I know it's Southern.
I know you do, yeah. This is good for everybody. South, and as if we add ERN, Southern. We lose the O. So South, Southern, everybody, I want you to remember that. And let me go to Berta. S or Z?
I said it as an S.
Yes, this is an S, but this one's a Z. That's right. One more time.
Disposition.
That's right.
Disposition. How about air? How did I pronounce air?
The pronunciation was fine. Intonation. And this is a very important word, so a little bit more isolation. A nice air about them.
A nice air about them.
And if you notice, and we go back to Vassy, this is not a K, but we still stopped the sound. We stopped it here. Nice is not the important one, but air is. So this is an example of when we use a stop sound to highlight the next word in this case. One more time, Berta.
A nice air about them.
Even more stop.
A nice air about them.
Good. A nice air about them.
A nice air about them.
Perfect. Exactly.
Okay, thanks.
Let me go to Makiko. THs. When either one of those things happens,
When either one of those things happens,
one more please.
when either one of those things happens,
Those things.
those things.
Perfect. When either one of those things happens,
When either one of those things happens,
the mortgage is a death pledge.
the mortgage is a death pledge.
Death.
Death.
Really?
We really,
Yes, yes. When you really need help.
when you really need help.
Very good, very good. Tour of French phrases.
Tour of French phrases.
Excellent. A little bit better.
Little bit better.
Try that.
Bitter is better. No.
So, so I want more eh. Bitter, 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 better, 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 better.
Bitter is better. God, you're kidding me. Bitter butter is now bitter.
That was really good. Very good. The better batter is now bitter. The better batter is now bitter. Very good. One more.
Better batter is now bitter.
Muy perfecto.
What?
That was perfect. Very perfect.
Thank you. Thank you.
Go ahead, Berta.
I said she doesn't speak Spanish. How she's gonna understand you?
Now she knows. Now she knows.
Yes. Yes.
And can I try that?
Yep.
The better batter is now better. Bitter.
Yes. Again.
The better batter is now bitter.
Good. Hold up.
Which one?
Try that.
The better bitter batter is now bitter. No? Okay, let me try again. The better bitter batter is now bitter.
Yes. Again.
The better bitter batter is now bitter.
Perfect. I would want a little bit more E here, but that was very good, actually. Very good.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Good examples.
So this is a short E. This is a long E. This is a short A. And
My
this is a
favorite.
short I.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm done. Questions. Questions. I need to get out of here. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Okay.
You look hungry. Thank you very
Shane,
much.
how much is the hat that you wore in the French explanation? I want to buy one.
Isn't it great?
Yeah.
Oh, hold up. Hold up.
It was a gift, I think.
Shane
How
is
much
crazy.
is that?
Yeah,
How much is that hat?
Yeah, Shane, yeah.
this was, yeah, that's right. This was a gift from Jean-Marie. I think it's probably very good. I really like it though, yeah.
You're marine. You missed it. It has something on top.
Yeah, it's got a little tassel. Oui. Yeah. Like a bee.
Yeah, Shane, you was the man.
I need my cup of wine. Where is my wine? I want my wine.
Okay, that's right. I love it. Congratulations.
In the winter and the fall, I'm going to wear this a lot.
Sure.
I really like it, yeah.
You need one, Cindy. You need one too.
Sydney, no, see, that's just it. Well, yeah, Sydney might look good, but he's going to have to cut his hair. He's got to cut his hair.
Yeah.
I love it, Shane. Congratulations. I love the explanation.
Yeah.
I'm glad, yeah. I know the choices of songs, I don't know if they were very popular, but it was a lot of fun to do that video. That was a fun one.
Yes. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, you guys. I do have another DDM Live at 6 p.m., so right now it's 1:30, so 4.5 hours later. If you can join me, that's great. If you think of a question and you want to ask, that's great. I hope to see you. Otherwise, have a fantastic weekend. I hope you have a very enjoyable time.
Thank you.
Okay,
Have a
thank
nice
you,
weekend.
Coach Shane.
Thank you very much.
See you.
Bye
Bye,
bye.
everybody.
Bye,
Bye-bye. See
guys.
you.
Bye-bye, Berta, Fabiana,
Au revoir.
Kiko,
Au
Paulo. Au revoir.
revoir.
Bye-bye, bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Au revoir. Au revoir.